Now then, and welcome back to another episode of MTG, and this is Friday Night Magic, and I'm in a mirror. Well, not really a mirror, because they're playing green and I'm playing Grixis, so not quite a mirror at all. Don't know what you're talking about, nothing to do with the mirror whatsoever, but here is a Nicol Bolas. Have it. Nicol Bolas, turn 4. Job done. Discard those cards. They seem to be mana screwed. I killed their elf, or I exiled their Druid of the Cowl with my one spell that I've cast so far, the Lava Coil. And now we are in for 6 a turn. I don't ever transform Nicol Bolas, the Arisen, into Planeswalker. It costs too much. 7 mana. I don't think I get to 7 mana. I normally get to 5, 6, and that seems to be good enough for me then. We'll see how it goes today, though. But this is my current deck. I am playing ranked at the minute. I am in the silver at the minute. Let's go with Sarkhan. Let's go with Sarkhan. Make the Sarkhan Dragon. That's all flying over, doing loads of damage. And I could potentially win next turn with 14 on the board. Because Sarkhan had turned himself into a 4/4 dragon. So technically, turn 6, I could win. Depends on what they play, and if they play anything good. They don't have a double white, so I don't have to worry about all-out attack. They might play something that gets rid of one of my creatures, like a Nicol Bolas. But I might spark double Sarkhan and get something else happening. Ooh, nasty. A 4... Oh, really? Was that it? A 4/4 Landmark Elf? That was it? Okay, so let's just go in for the kill.
Might demands power.
In for the kill. It's all over, bother shouting. What's he going to do? He's got 1 white mana. Nothing? Excellent. Let's level up. Okay, Ragnarok. You've had your Ragnarok with your 4/4 Lanois. Silver tier 3. 2 pegs. I've managed with this deck to get through the first couple of tiers, multiple levels, and this seems to be working as a deck at the minute, right? So we've got Shivan Fire, which for 1 mana deals 2 damage to any target creature, like an early game shock, but it can be 4 damage late game if it costs me 5 mana. So it's good. It's good. The other thing, a 2 mana Lava Coil. 4 damage to a creature, exile it. Yes, getting rid of all those creatures that you don't want to see popping in and out of the graveyard and messing about with tricks. Both of these are fairly costly, and they only target creatures, so there's no face damage. Including this one, target to creature, the Spit Flame. Dragon Spit Flame, it's 4 damage to target creature. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield, though, I can pay 1 mana and return it from the graveyard to my hand, which is a nice little trick. So there's 10 burn spells. Then the early game stuff, we've got a Dragonrider, who becomes a 2/2 flyer a bit later on in the game. I've put Search for Scansers in there because very, very useful in finding what I want from my deck as fast as possible and bringing land up and whatever. Teferi's Time Twist, useful for doing the bounce, like the Helm of Host, and the Spark Double does the bounce. And the Dragon Hoard receives a bounce when the dragon bounces, and also is excellent for drawing extra cards and setting out my mana, sorting my mana sources out. Nicol Bolas, of course, the Bolas. He is an ultimate dragon. Turn 4 ultimate dragon. So long as my mana gets fixed, alright. Turn 3, I can play a Dragon Hoard, and that normally fixes my mana. But I've only got 1 of these. And I'm kind of reluctant to buy a new one because M20 is going to be coming out soon, and so if I spend any of my little card, well actually I've got no rares, but if I spent any rares on getting an M19 card, then well, it's going to be a waste because it's going to go out of style, it's going to go out of standard. Spark doubles for them because how useful are they? And I can also bounce them with Teferi's Twist. I can Helm of the Host them. There's loads of things I can do with Spark doubles on turn 4, or Nicol Bolas is on turn 4, or Helm of the Host down on turn 4, ready to activate turn 5. Turn 5, Demanding Dragons is immense. Demanding Dragons is a win con. I can Spark Double it, I can Helm of the Host it. It's just amazing. I can Teferi Time Twist it. It's just amazing. It deals 5 damage when they don't have a creature to sacrifice. So you can swing in for 5. Bang. Bounce it. Bang. Take another 5 damage. That's 10 damage a turn. If you're Helm of the Host in, that's just ridiculous. Removing creatures and everything on turn 5. Ridiculous. Turn 6 if it's Helm of the Host. Very good. And Sarkhan, of course, creating dragons, and dragons deal lots of damage to your opponent's creatures as they attack you. And the Planeswalkers become dragons. So, yeah, Planeswalkers become dragons. And a bit of Niv-Mizzet. Having Niv-Mizzet on the Helm of the Host was quite fun. Can't be countered. He's flying 5/5 dragon. Triggers all my dragon triggers. And whenever draw a card, it deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery, I draw a card. And no sideboard because I'm playing best of 1 in ranked at the minute. We are currently tier 3. I cruised through bronze with this Sarkhan Vol. Cruised through bronze. And then when I hit silver, I kind of struggled a fair bit. As soon as I hit silver, the deck just stopped working. It was like, right, we're going to give you all the things you want through bronze. We're going to make your deck work just the way you expect it to, nice and balanced. You get a land every couple of turns. You get the drops in your hand. You get a starting hand that you can be pleased with. Like, this is a starting hand that I wouldn't be pleased with because I don't have any blue. I do have a 1 mana for Shivan Fire, but then I've got these. Yeah, so that's too much. Get those kind of things. Search for Scanza and a Lava Coil. That's a bit more like it. 1 of each colour and those 2. But during the first stage of silver, I couldn't even get that. I was mulliganing down to 2 and then just conceding at some points. Other times I would get a decent looking hand and it wouldn't draw me any creatures whatsoever. No dragons, no nothing. I would just have a handful of spells. By the time I'd got through a load of burn spells, the opponent had an upper hand, and then I ran out of burn spells. I may have got rid of like 6 or 7 creatures through burning their faces off, and lasted until turn 10, 11, and still didn't have a creature of my own to think about. Other games just got completely mana screwed, just no mana whatsoever. I'm hoping that Search for Scanza is going to be the type of card that helps sort that out for me, to make that less likely. But yeah, it was just like the first 5 games, the game just turned against me. And then all of a sudden, it just clicked back into place. And I had 3 amazing, awesome, perfect wins on the trot, which I didn't record. And got up to the next silver rank. And so now the deck's been kind of shuffled in and ready to work. I'm hoping that we will be working properly. I'm going to graveyard Niv-Mizzet. I get a Demanding Dragon instead. Okay. Well, that's okay. I would prefer the Demanding Dragon, to be honest. It's probably more use than Niv-Mizzet. And I do now have the mana in order to cast both of these creatures. So I'm going to need to go kind of that way around to be able to do that. Anticipate. Look at the top 3 cards. Put one in the hand, rest in the library, and in the order. Yeah, you do that. You do that, and then draw. Anticipate all you want. This is a 3-colour. Interesting 3 colours as well. See what they get. It's a Ral. The biggest problem I've got with this deck is my targeting spells only target creatures. I can't target planeswalkers. I have to hit planeswalkers in the face. I will take that because I don't need the mana right now. I will drop that, and I will drop that because there's no chance of a counter spell, and that gives me an attack of 4 against Ral's Storm Conduit in the next phase if I can. If I can. Demanding Dragons will be down if I get a red source. Or I'll Spark Double if I do not. Spark Double Nicol Bolas and have 2 Nicol Bolas. What's better than 1 Nicol Bolas? 2 Nicol Bolas.
I know exactly what to do.
At the minute, this deck just seems to be digging in against me. Card advantage seems to be their priority right now, and having Nicol Bolas discard cards with the Spark Double coming in and discarding cards as well is a fairly useful feature, I think. He's down to 4, I'm down to 4. And Wilderness Reclamation. Yep. A Reclamation deck. That's why they're playing green in with Ral. So it's an Is It Reclamation. That's all I can describe it as at the minute because it hasn't actually done anything. So then we've got some counter spells. Or he's trying to cast something big at the end of the phase. Draw 2 cards. Discard. Do 1 damage to something. Okay, go for it. What are you digging out of your deck? See, a lot of these cards, they are expensive. And it's going to do 4 damage to target creature as well. But they're expensive, and they don't really achieve much. Like, this was a burn spell, or was it a draw spell? I guess it did both, which is good. But what has it achieved on the battlefield? It stopped me hitting him for 4, but it hasn't brought anything out. We're going to graveyard that, even though it's a small creature, and get another one anyway. Okay. Well, there's only so much we can do. We can not spark double, because I don't have a planeswalker or creature I control. So I'll just take this little one for a little spin. Yeah, he's got some burn spell or counter spell or something in his hand that can do a little bit of damage to me at the end of the phase. There we go, little shock. Yep. Well, 1 damage to me, 2 damage to it. Still leaving me in more than anything else. It's only the copy target instant or sorcery mage, and he's using most of it for digging and drawing.
Are like a symphony.
Scrying
And I am a great conductor.
and sorting his deck out to get to whatever it is that his end game is all about. But card advantage wise, he doesn't seem to be gaining much card advantage. He's got 5 in the graveyard, I've got 4 in the graveyard. I've got 3 in hand, he's got 3 in hand. He's got 1 enchantment on the battlefield, I've got 1 enchantment on the battlefield. He's got 1 planeswalker, which is got no ultimate ability. And isn't really doing much more than 1 point of damage. Take all of your mana, and then Wilderness Reclamation. Get all of that mana again. And what's it, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do something for 10. What are you going to do for 10 mana? It's going to do 10 mana for me. And draw 10 cards. And then have to discard some cards. Yes, okay. We don't need another Spark Double. I'm going to get rid of that. What we need is double red. Would be really nice. You see, sometimes this is how the deck just works. Now it's giving the opponent all the advantages. Their deck's playing just the way they want it to. And mine, even though I've got the majority of land in my deck, is red-based. Land, it's given me 1 during the matchup so far. Double Wilderness Reclamation. And now all he needs is another one of those spells to copy it. There we go. Now I should be dead of a Rowl Storm.
Quantum particles, blah, blah,
thingy.
blah, and then you die.
Yeah. Wilderness Reclamation triggers twice. I'm just going to save him all the effort. I'll just save you all the effort. It's a funny old game, that one, isn't it? That Is It Reclamation wasn't going to be pleasing to the eye. Pro-Cotta. Okay. Search for Scanzer, Shivan Fire, and a couple of Dragonriders. Nice early game for the deck to play. Nice deck. Thanks for playing early game for me. Should we start? We'll start with the creature and then move into the enchantment. We also have the Lava Coil. So this could be one of those where I end up with all my early game stuff and never anything useful, like the big stuff. This could be one of those draws. It's the start of a new tier. So, I don't know, maybe it gives like 3 or 4 games where it gives your opponent all the chances, and then it starts letting you have the chances after you've taken 2 or 3 losses. Because you kind of have to win 3 or 4 in a row in order to make things work properly. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to work, but it feels like that's the way it works. And shall we... yeah, let's Lava Coil the Chain Whirler, because we don't need any of that in our lives. And start being aggressive. Turn 4. Their turn 4. More goblins. Damage. More Chain Whirlers. Still no damage. And blast it for 1. Nope. No follow-up to that. Ah, no, just weak me. Okay. Good. I need the black sauce, so I'm going to keep it for the black sauce, because I need it now. So I can Demanding Dragon and give them either 5 damage to the face, or they sacrifice their Chain Whirler and I go in for 2. Your 3/3 first strike isn't going to be any use, do you? And now I fly over the top of him. There we go. So 7 in on the next turn. Shivan Fire to kill the Goblin Chain Whirler for 4 if I wanted. And whatever else comes out. See, that's all that it requires, really. That's the mid-range. I've had enough to control the early game, the first 4 or 5 turns, then turn 5, Demanding Dragon. Triple Chain Whirler. If only you could have played them all in one go. Boom, boom, boom. Killed something. Nope. Nothing there. I will graveyard the island now. I don't need that. What am I going to draw? A Dragonskull Summit. Well, let's play the Dragonskull Summit anyway. And let's Shivan Fire for 4. That Chain Whirler, because why not? I don't really want to see 2 of them coming at me. And I'll double attack, taking him down to 4 remaining, which means only the Demanding Dragon needs to remain alive. If he can't take out a 5/5 with any of his spells, then kaboom. Now, Bay drew something like a lava thing. Oh, Chandra did
It's
that.
my turn. Sit back and watch it burn.
Exile top 7 cards. Yeah, he couldn't do anything. Couldn't do anything but take a draw spell. Red deck wins, loses. Second match of tier 3, and we're halfway there. Halfway there of tier 3 silver. I've never really played ranked quite as much because I've been playing decks that aren't really rank worthy. Been playing meme decks, as they call them, decks that just are a bit fun. So this one we've got the red and the blue source for our 2-drops. And 4 2-drops and a Nicol Bolas coming up. So Nicol Bolas is going to be the hardest thing to cast. Everything else on curve as I want it. Now, which order is the best way? I find that the Dragonrider to put pressure on early game, then a Scanza and Lava Coil's there if I need it. And also the Dragonrider with the Time Twist is useful if I need that as well. But now I've got the Demanding Dragons and Time Twist even better. Turns it into a 6/6 and gives them that trigger twice. So, land is all I really require now. So search for scans is just going to look for land. Look for land, look for land, look for land. And hope that I get up to 5 mana on curve, 5 turns, 5 mana, 1 mana per turn. If I can get a Dragon's Hoard on turn 3, then that'll be perfect. I've got my black source now, that's perfect as well. But we will put out the pressure. 2/2 Dragon Rider. Looks like he's got counter spells or burn on hand. Probably a burn, like a shock. It's another Izzet deck. Little shock, lightning bolt. Okay, 3 damage lightning bolt. You might regret using those up so soon in the game. You're still on 20 life. Like you could have taken a few hits, couldn't you? Blood Crypt tapped because I don't need that source at the minute. And search for scans are out. Counterspell? Yes, he's got a counterspell. Okay, well that Sinister Sabotage is sorting me out a little bit. Removal, removal, removal. The Lightning Bolt early is a bit odd though. I mean, I do it enough as well, but still. There's our turn 4. Now, Nicol Bolas. Who's got answers to anything else, and he hasn't got the counterspell anymore because he countered the search for a Scanza. Boom, boom, boom. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Now he's got a Lava Coil it. Yep. That means he managed to get value. 2 of. And now I'm going to Lava Coil his thingy, I think. Or do I... Yeah, he's going to turn that into a 5/5. Yeah, it's going to cost a little bit less, isn't it? How much? 1, 2, 3 less. So it's still going to cost him 5 at the minute. And then it becomes a 5/5, which I can still take care of if I wanted. Let's throw a Bolas at him again. Throw another Bolas at him, make him discard another card. Could Lava Coil would have been a sensible option, but I want to keep his hand size down. He's got counters and tricks up his sleeve. Probably got some kind of burn spell. What was that one? Dive down, yeah. So now, what's he going to be like? Beacon Bolt, 4 damage to him. Good, good. That's put him out of range of that anyway. 1 damage I can take. And I've still got the Lava Coils. I know he's got that again. But now I've got the Demanding Dragon. So he could smack up my Demanding Dragon. So I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to wait a turn. Wait a turn. Get rid of that. Go and leave it at that for now. See if I can get 2 more lands so I can time twist the Demanding Dragon if he tries to destroy it. See. If it starts dragging on and I'm not getting anywhere and he's just drawing cards for the sake of it, then I'm not going to be happy with it. Well, that's 1 turn. Okay, so now we're 1 turn away. I'm going to save it just in case so that I can try Demanding Dragons and the time twist in the same turn. If he draws a counter spell though in this time, that's going to make it. Draw 2 cards jumpstart. I like that. Okay, that's fine. At least he's digging. And there we go. Okay, so now we've got to risk it. Demanding Dragon, risk it for a biscuit. It goes in, so no counter spells in the deck. And then we've got the time twist in case he tries to kill it in the next turn. So I think he's going to try and Beacon Bolt. Beacon Bolt for 5, because he's got plenty of spells in there. And I'm going to time twist it in response. Yeah. And then so I time twist, which means he's going to come back in as a 6/6, but he's also going to come to the enter the battlefield trigger again, and the trick has gone off. The little combo wombo. Teferi's Demanding. Or Dragon Twist. Dragon Twist. Well, I should call this deck Dragon Twist. Boom, boom, boom. That fails. This comes back out. Oh! Trigger, trigger, trigger. Boom, boom, boom. I get an extra +1/+1 counter on it because it's a creature. And deal another 5 damage to him because he couldn't do anything about it. And now, in the face for 6. And he's stuck. He can't bring out his blockers because I can take care of them. He's got to get rid of my Demanding Dragon before the next turn or it's game over. And that is pretty simple how it works. You draw 2 cards, yeah. It's pretty simple how the deck works. Sarkhan and the Helm make it a little bit more interesting, but basically you just get one of those kind of big creatures. Either a Sarkhan, a Demanding Dragon, or a Bolas to sit just long enough and you can smack it about a bit. Okay, so we've got 2 bolts. Yeah, 2 bolts. A shock and a lightning bolt. Oh my days, that's the best he could do. And then he does like, no, can't do any more. That's it. It's all done. And we go up to 1 away from the next tier. Festor. My opponent is Uncle Festor. So I've got the Riders and a Fire for early game. Then turn 4, 5. It means I'm waiting on mana. It means I'm waiting on mana, but still, we're okay. Right, he got a land war turn 1. Do I... there's no point. I can't make it any faster than turn 2 to Firebolt his elves. He gets to use 3 mana in this turn. Maybe that's going to be more useful. Yep, 3 mana, and he gets another land in tapped. It's a nice little bit of ramp, I like that. Ramp in particular. And now we will bolt the useful one. He's already up to 3 mana, and he's got a 1/1, but we can stop it there, thank you. Stop it there. No more of that. And we're already at our 3 blue sources for Niv-Mizzet as well. Okay. Can deal with that as well. Attack for 1. Yeah, lots of mana ramp. Mana ramp, but nothing in his hand. So mana ramp without the card draw is a waste of ramp, really. Let's see what we got here. I could do search, or I could start... He's just going to send the 1/1s. I think at the moment, taking 3 damage is not an issue. getting the land that I need out is my reason for searching for Scanza. Oh, what? Maybe I should have had the little chump blocker after all. 5 damage, 6 damage, 2 fate. 7 damage, 2 fate. Okay. Well, I no longer need that. I need land. Oh, got another Shivan Fire though. So we get a Dragonrider and a bit of fire. We'll do the fire over here because I'm only going to be blocking for 2 anyway. I can hope that the land keeps coming. It now feels like it's turn 5. Wow, charging one, really just charging. Just charging. Well, I'm going to have to block 1, aren't I? Or I'm be dead. Down to 2. Simply irresistible. Nothing. Nothing but a concede. Come on, Dragon's Fist. Dragon's Fist? Dragon's Twist versus Alien Fist. Alien First, even. Wow. Okay, well, we've got the blue there. If I don't draw one for the Scanza. 2 Lava Coils and the Spit Flame. Yeah, that should be good early game, really. We'll start with a black. Make him think we're mono black. Even though the majority of my deck is going to be red. Just took some damage to send. And there's the blue. So, search for a Scanza, because that doesn't do anything until he's got City's Blessing. So 2 damage I can take. I can Lava Coil it anytime I want. He thinks I'm a blue black. Yeah. And Sarkhan. Actually, Sarkhan is pretty useful on this one because I've got 4 mana. So this turn, play the Mountain and the Dragon Hoard. There we go. Let him hit me for 4, that's fine. I need another land to make the 5, and then I can play Sarkhan, a dragon, and kill anything he sends at me for 1 damage a turn. Or every attacker takes 1 damage. That's the plan. A land, or I'm going to have to blow 2 Lava Coils. Oh, the search for Scanza's gone. But that's okay, the Dragon Hoard's still here. Yes! So we can still go ahead with the motion. He should have saved his 0 to 5
No
for
sword can pierce my
creature,
scales.
I suppose. Let's do that.
Behold!
There we go. And I've got to draw a card there for when I need it. We've got a Sovereign up against a Sovereign. 1 damage to any target creature or planeswalker. Ha! Boom, boom, boom. You're just dead. You had no idea, did you? Oh, shame. Didn't know. Just didn't know it. Now read the card. Now read Sarkhan the Masterless. Yeah, doing 1 damage that way.
Like you mean it.
I will now up him. Yeah. And I will attack. Let's have a little draw card first. Yeah, that's worthwhile. Let us all attack. Sorin, take him out. There you go.
Another human cur.
And let's bring him out. And search for Scanza back out. Just to really ramp it up a bit. There we go. Sarkhan the Masterless. Dragon Twist that. Okay. Tier 3 up to Tier 4. No, Tier 2? Silver Tier 2 constructed. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. The deck list will be down below in the description, as always, and please check out all the things and all the links in my description, because it really will help me out if you can contribute in any way, shape or form to the discussion, to the Patreon, and to just generally helping support the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.